It takes several different kinds of data sets to measure and monitor reputation in an effective way. I'm going to spend the next 3 lectures talking about sentiment data, reality data, and relevance data. Each of these different categories of data feed up into larger metrics at MAHA that include our measures of reputation and relevance. Today I'm going to give you a quick overview on our sentiment lecture. Now, the traditional means of measuring sentiment has involved polls and surveys, a technique that goes back several decades and is still frequently used today. While these data are important and useful in measuring reputation, they shouldn't be the sole means that you employ. Indeed, one should also be aware that there are important biases that can be introduced by the use of polls and surveys, including, for example, small sample size, having a biased audience, the bias just introduced by the individual asking the questions, or the nature of the questions being asked. As such, one should consider the use of news and social media monitoring as a new and improved means of gathering additional data. The advent of artificial intelligence and machine learning models has made the gathering of these types of information far easier than it has been in the past. Moreover, using news and social media posts makes collecting new sentiment data far faster than you can achieve using polls and surveys. If you think about the months and the sheer number of person hours involved in collating and analyzing polls and surveys, you can see right away that those data are often several months out of date before they even reach your desk. By contrast, news and social media data can be aggregated instantaneously, and so each and every day you can get an update on what people think and say and write about your organization. Moreover, we can break these data down into the different categories of reputation that they influence, and we can measure the individual influence of different social media channels or news media articles based on how frequently they are passed through social networks and or read by the general public. We'll talk a lot more in this lecture about how to use these news and social media data in your work, including how to differentiate between what are normal day-to-day fluctuations in sentiment and those large spikes in sentiment, changes in perception that represent real reputational risk or potential communications opportunities for you and your team to take advantage of.